Hey, this is your host, Vegetablebread, coming at you with another Slay the Spire stream. And we're going to start today with some Silent. Ooh, gotta turn Ascension back on. That would have been too easy. Looks like my memeing over the weekend has prevented me from getting the proper Nia bonuses. We do have access to a Elite Snipe here. We could get this Elite Snipe as well and set up for the Mega Elite. But we can't snipe the Mega Elite through any path. If we start with this guy, then we could get 2 in the act. And those 2, if we start with this guy, we can get 3 in the act. We actually can snipe this guy too, so let's do that. Let's hit these 2 hallway fights, 2 question marks, shop, and snipe this guy. Hopefully. Only 2 question marks, so it's like a 90-ish% chance of a snipe. It's a pretty good chance. Bouncing Flask and Piercing Wail are great. Sneaky Strike is good if you are trying to set up for a Gremlin Knob. Neither one of them combos with, or none of these combo with a Flex Pot particularly well, although Sneaky Strike is technically a 0-cost attack, situationally. So you could consider it comboing with Flex Pot. I think I wouldn't, though. I think we're going to take Bouncing Flask. Really strong damage card to get started with. Okay, the first question mark was a fight, so we are not getting any Elite Snipes here. That's pretty unlikely, but it does happen. Skewer, Flying Knee, and Terror. Now we're talking. Flying Knee could help us pay for the Bouncing Flask. Skewer is an awful lot of damage. It's less damage efficient per energy than Flying Knee, especially if you consider Flying Knee to be 0-cost, which is a reasonable thing to consider. I think we're going with Skewer, though. Skewer, an upgraded Skewer, which we do have a chance to upgrade right before this boss fight. An upgraded Skewer really makes your turns quite a bit better. Because you can spend your whole turn doing some pretty efficient damage. Also makes it so that Chemical Axe would be really good. And Chemical Axe is pretty much always something we're looking for as Silent. Envenom is our first rare. It's pickable with Skewer, but I don't think I'm going to pick it. I'm going to take Piercing Wail here. Slice is also kind of interesting with Skewer, since we can Slice and Skewer on the same turn. Slice also goes along with our Flex Pot. I think we have enough damage for Gremlin Knob with the Skewer and the Bouncing Flask. So I think we're going to take Piercing Wail. Alright, Dash and Deadly Poison are available. Those are both great. Can we afford Dash, Deadly Poison, and Well-Laid Plans? We cannot. Can we afford Dash, Deadly Poison, and Card Remove? Also no. There's a Ghost in a Jar here as well. We can't afford Ghost in a Jar and Deadly Poison. We could not afford Ghost in a Jar or Dash, and Dash either. Over by 8. So we could do like Dash, Deadly Poison, Power Pop. That seems pretty reasonable. Is the Deadly Poison good? Maybe we should skip the Deadly. Maybe we should do like Dash, Card Remove. I think the Deadly Poison's probably good. We've got a Bouncing Flask. And a Piercing Wail, so we should be able to deal with Sentry Artifacts. Get that Deadly Poison damage in. I think we'd take both. Oh, we can't afford the Power Pop. I was incorrect. That's unfortunate. We can heal for 7 for 16 gold. Or for 35 gold. I'm not over the moon about healing for 7. 35 gold is not very much cost. Get about half the normal value out of it. Gold is not very important right now, but it will be important later. We probably want to go to like an Act 2 shop. We have 50 gold here, we'll go up to like 80, 100, 130, end of the act with like 180-ish. on our late pathing, and whether or not we fight this elite. So we're probably not looking for a super early Act 2 store. But we're also not getting Golden Idol, so we're not going to get like more gold than normal. So this gold is fairly valuable. I guess we could get Golden Idol here or here, but that's pretty late. Seems like the health is fairly valuable. The health might buy us an upgrade. I'll take it. Right, definitely taking the Skewer upgrade at the first shot. Don't need to think about that too much. Probably Bouncing Flask after that. There's Gremlin Nub. Turn 1 Deadly Poison is great. Probably don't want to be playing Deadly Poison on other turns, but turn 1 it's good. Those are all happening. I think probably no defend. We're full health, so not desperate. Now this might be Bouncing Flask defend. So we do I guess Bouncing Flask Piercing Wail would be better. So this says 9 poison, so we'd go up to 12. He takes 12 and then 11, which is a total of 23. Takes 23 and goes to 19. I don't know if we can reliably do 19 damage. We kind of have to draw Skewer to get 19. I guess we have a Flex Pot. Other things we could do, Strike, Strike, Piercing Wail. Strike Bouncing Flask to try and guarantee the lethal. So Strike Bouncing Flask does the 12 and then 11 damage, plus 6, so doing 23, 29, leaving him at 13, almost guaranteeing lethal with the Flex Pot. Still could probably miss, but pretty unlikely. Alright, let's just do that. The Piercing Wail isn't saving very much health anyway. I guess the advantage of playing Piercing Wail is that then we can't draw Piercing Wail after that. This is lethal. Okay. Meat on the bone and Fire Pot. Really good rewards there. Blade Dance is good with Flex Pot. I don't know if I'm really willing to commit to that. We have some kind of expensive stuff in the deck, Dash and Skewer, so I don't think we're really looking for card draw or choke. I think we just pass here. We're right below half health, so if we want to, we could go fight this hallway fight instead of going to a fire. It's kind of spicy. If we go to the fire, we're probably upgrading Bouncing Flask instead of resting. We know the next fight can't be Gremlin Knob. Best case scenario is Lagavulin. If we go here, upgrade Bouncing Flask, and then encounter Lagavulin, we're in great shape. So let's just do that. Kunai, huh? Okay, new game plan. Skewer's great. Should have picked the Blade Dance, but maybe we'll see another one. The Deadly Poison and Bouncing Flask just got a lot worse. It is Lagavulin, so we're gonna wait on that Bouncing Flask. Alright, that's not Bouncing Flask. It can be the last card. That'd be unfortunate. Ooh, it is. Gross. Alright, well we have to use a potion this fight. So if we use the Flex Pot now, we get 15 extra damage with Skewer. I guess we're gonna get that no matter when we play it. So I'll just take the, I'll wait and see which potion needs to get spent. I think we're gonna go ahead and Bouncing Flask. We need to get that off. And then we need to defend so we don't take too much damage. Already saturating our meat on bone for this fight. Taking 15 is more than the 12 we can heal. Probably Survivor Piercing Whale Skewer here. Look for 14, take 6. Let's do 10. Deadly Poison's a good pickup. Strikes are more damage efficient per energy than dash. And we get a dex. Ooh. Gonna need to see some damage here. Looks like this is the fire pot. Okay. Mango's really nice with meat on the bone. That helps us feel a lot safer at our midpoint health. Because we want to be hanging out at half health to proc meat on the bone. And so having that half health be 40 instead of 33 is pretty helpful. Or 40 instead of, what would it have been? Yeah, 33. I think Backstab's worth considering. The problem with Backstab is it makes Sneko-Eye way worse. But the great thing about Backstab is it is really good at getting Kunai proc on turn 1. It seems like we want to get 2 Kunai procs pretty badly. So I think we take the Backstab. I was assuming I would rest, but maybe that's not true. What could we smith? Dash has got a good smith. Neutralize. Haven't found any alternate sources of weak, so neutralize would be nice. We are just right below half, so if we manage to perfect this elite fight, get some healing and an upgrade. I think I like getting an upgrade. Let's just go for Deadly Poison. It's a lot of damage. If we're trying to heal in an elite fight, maybe we need the weak. Alright. Okay. Let me see a turn 1 neutralize Backstab Skewer to go with the flex bot, please. On Gremlin Nub. Oh, Backstab neutralized Skewer against Gremlin Nub. I asked for it and it happened. Hexaghost shouldn't be too hard. We have Poison, and Poison's pretty good against him. He doesn't purge or anything. So I'm not too worried about spending both potions right now. I think that's pretty reasonable. The only reason I wouldn't is if we can spend just the flex spot and be pretty confident we're killing him next turn. So if we spend just the flex spot, we're doing 16 plus 9 is 25 plus 15 times 3, which is 45. So 25 plus 45 is 70. Puts him at 15. Seems like it's pretty likely we'd kill him next turn. Bouncing Flask, Strike kills him. Triple Strike kills him. Double Strike Deadly kills him. So the only line where we don't kill him is like Quad Defend Piercing Whale or Quad Defend Strike. Dash Strike kills him. Okay, alright, I'll try to save a potion. But maybe we used up all our luck in the fight on turn 1, getting exactly what I asked for. Nope. And we're rewarded with a specimen. But we're in good shape now. Slice seems good with Kunai. If the deck was all slices and backflips, I'd be ecstatic. That would be amazing. The deck is very unlikely to be all slices and backstab, or backflips, but one additional slice seems like a good idea. If we take slice, we're basically saying we're not taking Sneko-Eye even if we see it. We might already be committed to not picking Sneko-Eye with a Kunai and a backstab. But Bouncing Flask Dash love Sneko-Eye. I feel some internal conflict here. We'll go ahead and grab a slice. Slice of pizza. Darn, can't buy the membership card. It's too bad. Second backstab basically guarantees a Kunai proc on turn 1. We could card remove a strike. How many attacks have we picked up? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are at 9 attacks now. 20 card deck. We do want to be like a little bit over half of the deck is attacks in general because of the kunai. So I'm not 100% sure that's a good idea. Cloak and Dagger is really good with kunai. Scales with both halves, kind of like Dash, but it also is 2 attacks once you upgrade it. So take a Cloak and Dagger and then upgrade that at the fire. Definitely looking for an upgrade at the fire because we're at really high health already. Currently our best upgrade is Deadly Poison, but that's not super impressive. So buying a Cloak and Dagger and upgrading it is pretty reasonable. The problem with buying Cloak and Dagger is it's not a very efficient use of our money. Spends 52 and keeps 48. Backstab's a little bit more efficient, but to be honest, I'm not crazy about having 2 backstabs. Having 2 backstabs sets us up pretty nicely. If we get like mutagen event, we'd be doing a lot of damage on turn 1. Getting that early dex is nice. Having 2 backstabs is pretty good against like slavers, so we can like kill one of them on turn 1. I guess I'll take a second backstab. Fine, you talked me into it. All right, we're getting 2 upgrades, not 1. I guess we could remove a card here. Yeah, I guess removing is probably more valuable than upgrading, because after we do the Deadly Poison, like, what do we even upgrade? Piercing Wail? Dash? Yeah, let's take a card remove here. And now we upgrade the Deadly Poison for the boss fight. It's got a lot of time to stack up. Piercing Wail would have been really good next turn, unfortunately. Oh wait, I need to restart the fight so I can get my strength pot, obviously. Okay, got our dex on turn 1. Gonna get hit really hard. Dash defend seems okay. Still taking a lot of damage though. Man, we can play Bouncing Flash, Deadly Poison, and still almost get a kunai proc. I think we're actually going to skip Deadly Poison. We get 8 damage this turn, and we got a dex. 8 damage in a dex versus 7 poison. 7 poison is a heck of a lot of damage. This fight goes on for ideally 6 more turns, so 7 poison would do 43 damage. Boy, that's a lot of damage. Excuse me, 42. Any multiple of even number is always going to be even. As soon as I said 43, I was like, what? So 42 damage versus 7 damage in a dex. 8 damage in a dex. 42 is just too large of a portion of Hexagust's health. Can't justify that. Okay, Survivor discards the burn. Get a little bit of damage in with neutralize. Here, let's see, do I take the dex or do I just bounce the class again? I think we just bounce the class again. This deck's got some energy problems for sure. We need more card draw and more energy. I like a lot. But I think we're on good pace here. Right. Piercing Wail coming in big. We just gotta do a little bit of damage over the next 2 turns. Actually, no, we don't have to do any damage. We can just coast. We're there. Alright. Easy fight. Took 6 damage. Healed for 12. Net positive health. Hexaghost fight. Adrenaline would be very helpful for trying to proc kunai. Malaise is a really good card, especially in Act 2 Elite fights. And we have a Skewer, so if we pick up the Malaise, upgrade it, get a Chemical X, we're doing some crazy stuff. Alchemize is okay, particularly if you get a Sacred Bark Boss Relic swap, then Alchemize is what you're looking for, but I think in this situation it's probably way worse than Malaise and Adrenaline. This feels more like an Adrenaline deck than a Malaise deck. And that scares me. I don't want to feel like an Adrenaline deck versus a Malaise deck. Malaise decks are way better. We don't have any weak other than Neutralize, so Malaise would be filling that gap in the deck. We do have Poison and the Specimen, so we can pretend that we're a Malaise deck. But we've got some conflict here between these two, because Adrenaline wants us to like draw a bunch of cards, play a bunch of attacks, get decks, play backflips, block out. Although we don't have any backflips. And Malaise wants us to like get a bunch of energy, dump it all into a big X cost thing. Wait for Poison to kill everybody. Find a Noxious Fumes. We also don't have Noxious Fumes. Tough pick. Adrenaline needs an upgrade more than Malaise, but there's nothing else in the deck that like super needs an upgrade, so I think we're gonna pick the Malaise. Hopefully we're being offered an energy relic. And if we get an energy relic, the energy pressure that we're currently feeling to try and get a kunai proc and block every turn is going to be lessened. Not eliminated, but lessened. And Malaise is also just really good, and if we get an energy relic, then we can Malaise for extra. Malaising for 5 is kind of the ideal for fighting Book of Stabbing. I mean, I guess 7 would be better, but 6 is basically the same as 7. Let's pick Malaise. Okay. I do feel pretty good about elites because of the double backstab, so we're good against slavers. Normally slavers are kind of the big problem, but double backstab is also really good against Gremlin Leader. Clear out the initial crop of gremlins before they get buffed. So that's nice. So we could take Slaver's Collar, feel pretty confident about that. We are not taking Ectoplasm because we're not forced to. We don't like super need an energy relic, and there's a better one here. So it's basically Slaver's Collar versus Calling Bell. We don't have any curse mitigation. Calling Bell does give energy sometimes. It gives like Happy Flower and Abacus. Oh wait, Abacus is the block one. What's the card that gives you energy when you shuffle 1 out of 3 times? It's not Abacus. That is not going to come to me. Calling Bell just like has some insanely good outcomes. We've already got Specimen, which is like among the best outcomes that you're looking for from Calling Bell. It can also give you like Unceasing Top and some garbage. So I think we're probably going with Slaver's Collar. But Calling Bell could be really nice. Alright. Collector. We don't have any money, so we're not trying to go to a shop. We want to get these 3 question marks. That looks pretty juicy. There's 2 question marks here as well. We might have to choose here to divert to this fire instead of doing that elite. And then there's only 2 elites in the act. Although this is insane. Fire, shop, fire, elite, fire. Goodness. That is a nice little bit of pathing right there. As much as I would like 3 elites, I think 2 is probably fine. So I think most likely we're going through these 2 question marks and then 2 fights and then fire elite off to the races. Alright, they're trying to rob us. Joke's on them, we don't have any money. Let's go for Mugger first. The health totals are close. We do have a little bit of a different situation than normal because of the Specimen. So whenever we're thinking about who do we want to target first, we have to think about if we want to try and Specimen something. take a little bit of damage. Not too big of a deal. We have meat on the bone, so eventually we will heal all of our damage. This fight's too fast for melees, so we're just going to Bouncing Flask. Hope it hits Mugger. Darn. Alright, lucky for us, he decided not to run away. We can double skewer Mugger to put his poison onto Looter, kill him. Piercing Wail for block. Or we could double strike Skewer to get a Dex. He's gonna. This is his last attack. He's doing this attack and then running, so there's no point in getting Dex. Yeah. We need to find some damage next turn. And we did. Plenty of it. Okay. Maybe I should have thought about trying to take 6 more damage in that fight. I'm not sure how I could have pulled that off, but... Quick Slash is excellent. Quick Slash is pretty much what we're looking for. I don't know if those words have ever come out of my mouth. Quick Slash is excellent. But in this case, we are trying to proc Kunai. We're having trouble doing so. We don't have any card draw. I was looking for Backflip for card draw. That's what we really want, but Quick Slash is kind of like Backflip, except sort of backwards and worse. It's got a pretty good upgrade, I suppose. Okay. I don't know if I've ever taken a Quick Slash in Act 2. We do have a dash. There's a lot of different options with Cursed Tome. 2 of them are just reliably good. The one that like filters your deck and the one that gives you a 0-cost power. The only one that's not reliably good is Necronomicon. We have a dash, so we can kind of pay it off. We skewer counts too. I think we'll read it. We also have meat on the bone, so we can heal this damage. Look, oh, it is Necronomicon. Okay. Now we just need to find a blue candle and switch to Ironclad and find a Feel No Pain. Probably want to upgrade all our strikes and defends. Not really excited to remove anything other than the strike. Also with the Kunai, we're going to end up playing those strikes quite a bit. So pretty happy to see him upgraded. Double backstab gets through the armor. Get a Dex. Block with the defend, and I guess we have enough energy to play the whole hand, so we'll play the whole hand. I think just defend melees here. Can't do anything useful with the strike, so might as well not try. Bouncing Flask, Piercing Wail seems like it does a pretty good job. We get Quick Slash and try and find an attack to get a Dex, but I'd rather just wait for the poison to kill him. Dash goes twice for our first Necronomicon proc of the game. Okay. Dagger throws some card draw. Piercing Wail Plus is insane. Card draw helps us get Kunai procs. Sneaky Strike is kind of interesting. If we discard a card and then play Sneaky Strike with Necronomicon, we get +2 energy, which is kind of nuts. I don't know if I've ever had a Sneaky Strike Necronomicon deck. We don't really have the discard to support a Sneaky Strike, obviously. We only have the Survivor. If we find a well-laid plans, we can put that together somewhat reliably. If we find some more card draw, we could make that happen, maybe. There are some pretty decent discard cards in Silent. Most of them are just okay. Some of them are decent. Even if we haven't played, even if we haven't discarded something, just having Sneaky Strike play twice with Necronomicon Means it's 2 mana, deal 20 damage, which is not terrible. It's like a dash, but instead of attacking and blocking, it just attacks twice. And, you know, dash itself gets doubled, so dash is, you know, both attacks and blocks twice. So assuming we pick up, like, whatever, like 2 or 3 cards that discard, then we'd have 4 total in our, like, 30 card deck. So there's, like, on average, slightly less than 1 per hand. So, like, Sneaky Strike lines up, like, 30 or 40% of the time. Doesn't sound like a good outcome. We could take a Dagger Throw now and hope for a Sneaky Strike later. Get one of those discard cards now. Get some card draw along with it. What are the discard cards we're looking for? Let's pop open the wiki. Look at some silent cards. So Survivor's already in the deck. Acrobatics we haven't picked up currently. Prepared is bad. All-out attack is bad. Calculated Gamble's good. I'd take a Calculated Gamble. Concentrate's bad. Eviscerate's bad. Reflex and Tactician are bad. Storm of Steel is probably not what we want. Tools to Trade is okay. Unload. Maybe we don't want any discard stuff. The discard cards are so bad. Okay, I'll take a Dagger Throw. Mostly for the card drop, but then also maybe for Sneaky Strike later. What am I doing? Maybe I should take Piercing Wail Plus. That's a really good card. Yeah, alright, fine. I'll just take the Piercing Wail Plus. And we are looking for this to get here, so we could go either of these 2 routes. This one's got an extra fire, this one's got an extra question mark. I think we're probably looking for the fire. We're having trouble keeping our health up. So hopefully we can go to this fight, heal up to 42, and then rest, and then fight a new 8. Okay. They gave us the first turn off, which is great. Thank you very much. Probably want to spend one of these Distilled Chaos. Maybe some turn where we can't trigger Kunai. I guess that's right now. I guess I could just kill him. Oh wait, no, we're off by a little bit. But maybe Distilled Chaos means we're not off. Oh, they all missed. Okay. Okay, so we'll just block with this and skewer him. Oh, right. Necronomo-kunai. Okay, so we did kill him. Great. Well, we're well on our way to getting through this fight perfectly, which is the goal. We can hit it with a big malaise, or we can Bouncing Flash Deadly Poison, do a bunch of damage. I think Bouncing Flash Deadly Poison gets us pretty close. She'll be dead soon. Oh, she's dead now. Okay. I thought she was healing. All out attack, so we could get the Sneaky Strike going. Seems bad. Sucker Punch seems kind of good. Our only sources of weak are Neutralize Plus and Malaise. I've been picking kind of a lot of Act 2 attacks. I don't usually pick basic attacks in Act 2, like Quick Slash. And then if I pick Sucker Punch, it'll be 2 of them, which is a lot. But we do have a Kunai that we're trying to set up. So I think this will be the last one for a while. It's a little bit too good to ignore. That weak is really powerful. Alright, I think we're going to rest here. Is that right? Maybe we should be upgrading Malaise for Book of Stabbing. I think resting is also good for Book of Stabbing, though. Okay. It's not even Book of Stabbing. How rude. Alright, so we can backstab to kill you. And then backstab and strike to kill you. Neutralize reduces the damage. I guess Piercing Wail would reduce it to 0. Seems worth doing. Bouncing Flash with only one possible target, the Dream. We're going to want to kill that fat gremlin this turn. Do 17 damage with these 2. Seems good. And then do we target Gremlin Wizard or we just go for leader? I think it's a little bit too early to just go for a leader. So we'll slice the wizard. Let's see, if he takes 7 then 6. He doesn't attack yet next turn. This is the first turn he's been alive. So he takes 7 then 6 then 5 for exactly 18 damage. Alright. I'll waste some poison on him. Sucker Punch is doing great here. And then we can get a Kunai proc with Dash Skewer. We block for more if we just dash defend, though. I guess dash is always happening. Oh, right, double dash. We've already got the thing. Well, we're already blocked out, too. So I'll just spend last on Skewer. Looks like we might be cruising into a perfect Gremlin Leader fight here. Normally I would Bouncing Flask to get some poison on Gremlin Leader, but Malaise is pretty good, and Bouncing Flask can miss really badly. So I think we're just gonna Malaise. Oh, I guess Bouncing Flask couldn't miss because we have Specimen. Oops. Oh, I was thinking I wanted to take 6 damage, but that's not true. I would want to take either 0 or, like, 26 damage. I don't want to take 26 damage. That's too much. So I'll take the lethal. Because marbles. Sorry, I don't actually have a thing. It's a meme from early in the stream history when I kept wondering, like, why is this math not working? The answer was always because marbles. But there you go. Welcome to the chat, Click 9000. You were the first person to make a chat message today. I was getting a little weirded out. Nothing was happening. Well, I feel kind of stupid taking a dagger throw when I'm... Oh, I guess I didn't take the dagger throw. I took the piercing whale instead. So now I'm offered a dagger throw plus. On the last floor, though, I said I wasn't going to take any more damage commons. Also, dodge and rolls here. Dodge and roll scales with dex. We've got some dex from our kunai. Felt a little bit weird taking these piercing whales since they don't scale with dex. Hey, Mufatha. Yeah, I figured people were just lurking. That's fine. I don't want to. I'm not trying to peer pressure all the lurkers out there. You guys keep lurking. It's fine. Doesn't bother me nothing. Although I would appreciate it if you buy my video game once that's out. That is the one thing I'll ask of you. Hey, Mufatha. How's it going? That's true. It is a Monday. People have got the Monday feels. I don't think I can justify taking another attack comment, even if it is a Dagger Throw Plus. Also, Dagger Throw Plus doesn't have that good of an upgrade. It's just 3 extra damage. Pretty meaningless in the context of Act 2. I picked up a Tori, which goes really well with our Malaise, particularly against, like, Book of Stabbing. So if we can get him down to, like, whatever, 3 times 7 damage, then he actually only does... hits us for 7. Also great against the heart, obviously. Yeah, I think I'll just take a dodge and roll. Try and pay off the dex. Okay. Ooh. An Ominous Forge. We already have 1 curse, and I am loath to get 2 curses, but we are going to a shop soon. Yeah, we're doing 1 fight and then a shop, so we can just remove the curse there, and I do love having me some Warped Tongues. Also, we hit Ancient Writing, so all of our strikes and defends are upgraded. So Warped Tongues really only has good targets. It's hitting like Malaise and dodge and roll and dash and stuff. Yeah, well, happy to help people learn about Slay the Spire. This is one of my favorite games ever, so always happy to spread the love. Actually, we've only got a couple of cards that can actually get upgraded. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards that need upgrades. I guess that's enough for Warp Tongues. Also, this gives us something we can remove from the deck. Normally you want to remove strikes, but we have a kunai and our strikes are upgraded. So we really want to keep some attacks around, and these are attacks that are better than normal strikes. So let's go for it. On the flip side, we could just take an upgrade on Malaise now, which is probably the best target. No, Dash and Quick Slash are good targets too. But it's really just those three, or those four. Malaise is the best, and then like Dodge and Roll, and then Quick Slash Dash. I guess Dodge and Roll and Dash are kind of on the same tier. So it's Malaise, then these two, and then that one. Alright, let's do it. Maybe we'll pick up a card later that needs an upgrade. We might get like a Catalyst or something. A Blood Vial, okay. Maybe we don't need Blood Vial. Maybe this is our Sapphire Key. Because we already have Meat on the Bone. So the extra 2 healing per fight, like, normally feels fairly important, but we currently have 12 healing per fight, so we're only increasing that by, like, a 7th. And I think even if we had Blood Vial, if we run into bites... Actually, we can't run into bites. There's no more options for bites. So the special Blood Vial interaction is disabled. So I think we just take a Sapphire Key. Okay, 1 key down. Probably using Skewer to knock down this Birdo. Unfortunately, that means we have to use a backstab on him too. Use the big backstab on Chosen. Ah man, how do I always forget about how Necronomicon is gonna work? Hold on. We're gonna restart the fight and just kill Chosen on turn 1. The special Blood Vial option is if you have the Relic Blood Vial and then you go to the Vampire event where they give you bites, then instead of paying a third of your health, you can just give them Blood Vial and they'll give you the bites. Your Blood Vial and your strikes, they still take the strikes. Okay, so Necronomicon actually makes this do 60 damage. So we've got 60, 75, 86 damage, so we can actually kill Chosen like next turn. So let's do that instead. I guess we want to knock down Bird to avoid 12 damage. As tempting as it is to kill Chosen. More damage, please. Alright, I'm gonna use Attack Potion to block for 24 here. Alright. Deflect. That helps us kunai proc. What's our current attack balance? So we've got 4 strikes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 total attacks in a 28 card deck, soon to be 27 when we remove the pain. It's not really enough. We need more attacks. We needed that deflect to be like a backflip. We've needed a backflip since the dawn of time, and we still need one. I don't think I can justify taking a deflect. We've got defend pluses. We'll be okay. Okay, let's take an upgrade on... I guess Malaise is what I was saying was the best one. We were taking another elite, right? Yeah, so that elite could be Book of Stabbing. Alright, I assume we're card removing the Curse. Apotheosis is totally unnecessary. Well-Laid Plants is nice. It helps us put together kunai procs quite a bit better. It's also on sale. We can do Well-Laid Plans Acrobatics. I guess Predator also draws cards. Flash of Steel is really nice for Kunai. Maybe we do Well-Laid Plans Flash of Steel. That's pretty fancy. Predator draws more cards than Flash of Steel, but is fairly expensive. Predator goes twice, though. So doing 30 damage and drawing 4 cards next turn is pretty great. I don't think there's a world where we're not taking Well-Laid Plans here, so let's do that. I think I like the Predator. I mean, we have Necronomicon, right? So Predator is 2 attacks in a turn, whereas Flash of Steel, the good outcome is like you draw another attack. Although I guess Flash of Steel into another attack is still only 1 energy, whereas Predator is 2. We've only got, after turn 1, we've only got 2 zero-cost attacks in the deck. So being able to like play Predator, play a zero-cost attack, and play a defend is like still not super reasonable. But I guess we care about our deck scaling most in Elite and boss fights, in which we have an 4th energy. Right. Excuse me. Do you need to excuse yourself if you have muted the sneeze? Offer your opinions in the chat. This is a voting opportunity. I think we're going for the Well-Laid Plans. Seems like a really good option to get Kunai to line up. Yeah, also powers are just better for upgrades because we have Warp Tongues. So other things that aren't powers will get upgraded by Warp Tongues eventually. Do I excuse myself in a woods with nobody around? You know what? I think I might. What if you're in the woods, but you're also in like a plexiglass box? And like people are watching you and taking notes? What then? I think if you're a mime and you sneeze, you just don't make any sound. It's just as simple as that. Wow, look at this. We get a Kunai proc and to malaise for 5 on turn 1 against Book of Stabbing. It's just completely trivializing the fight immediately. I would like a dex and for you to not do any damage, please. Thanks. Next fight. Double dash, procs Kunai, but we can also double skewer, which does more damage. I think we'll do double dash so that we can, whatchamacallit, get the block as well. It's also like almost as much damage. It's more damage per energy. Kinda. Go ahead and fit in that deadly poison. Might as well. Ooh, the one where he actually attacks. My goodness, what will we do? Maybe I should have kept the Sucker Punch, since then I would have been keeping 2 attacks. Yeah, see, I could have gotten a Kunai proc this turn. Not like that's really super necessary, but... Yeah, we're only drawing these 2 attacks next turn, so I guess I don't need to keep the strike around. Just keep the slice for fun. Okay, now that we're done dunking on that poor defenseless Book of Stabbing, let's go fight a boss. I've never felt worse for a Book of Stabbing. I was like, oh, you poor little creature. What can you even do with all your strength taken away? Sorry, I should talk more about this card awards. Distraction I hate. I never pick Distraction. Flechettes is like such a weird card because it wants you to strength scale, but it also wants you to play a lot of skills. And we already have a Sucker Punch, so none of these are really above the radar here. Looks like we have enough health that we can smith here. We're running out of stuff to upgrade. I guess Dash gets a double played. Piercing Whale could be good. Dodge and Rolls could be a good upgrade. Really scraping the bottom there. Maybe we recall here. It's like pretty aggressive to recall in Act 2. But maybe we start having trouble in Act 3 somehow. Over the weekend, I was inspired by Redbeardy's stream. He's doing a community project where he's trying to optimize his silent win rate. And over the weekend, I was like, yeah, I wanted to like play a really careful silent run where I think a lot about stuff, and I just splatted like 3 silents. I was completely bad at it. But now I've got a pretty good one going, so I don't know. I guess I need to do it on stream. Hey, Sir Animal, I'm doing good. How are you doing? Yeah, Predator upgrade does do a lot of damage. But we have Warp Tongues, right? Like, the only things that... I guess we should upgrade, like, Piercing Whale, because since it exhausts, we, like, have to upgrade it before it goes away forever, and Warp Tongues might miss it. But the other ones, like, in a long fight, Warp Tongues is going to get them all. This hot evening. Huh. I guess, yeah, we could take a backstab upgrade. I think backstab is probably worse as an upgrade, because it's only 4 damage. I think it's probably worse than Predator, because it gets 5 damage and gets double played with Necronomicon. But you're right, getting it upgraded before it gets exhausted is reasonable. I think I'm probably going for Dodge and Roll, though. Dodge and Roll gets a pretty good upgrade. It doesn't look like much, but it ends up being pretty important. Because if you have, like, 3 decks, like a Dodge and Roll minus will block for 7, which is, like, fine, but a Dodge and Roll plus will block for 9, which is, like, I don't know, it's more. Yeah, I think I'm just going to recall, which is insane, but I think it's correct. Or, you know, I don't think it's far off. I don't think we're going to lose this fight, is what I'm saying. .c Dodge and Roll got the free upgrade. Let's do double Predator so that we get Kunai proc next turn. And I guess I could leave a backstab in the deck. That's something I hadn't really considered previously. I think I will leave a backstab in the deck. Okay. Piercing Whale blocks out if we need it to. Probably want to play Bouncing Flask on Well-Laid Plans, which means we only have 1 energy left for blocking, so Piercing Whale seems reasonable. I think Well-Laid Plans is probably going to want to hold on to the Slice so that we can get a proc next turn. So I guess we'll hold on to Slice Strike. Okay. We could skewer for 4 to do 80 damage and then die. Could skewer for 2 to do 40 damage, killing one of the torch heads. If we're doing it for 2, we can't play Malaise and skewer at the same time, for obvious reasons. So we probably want to Sucker Punch the Collector, and then like Slice Strike to get a Dex proc. Oh wait, no, I guess we're getting a Dex proc with Skewer, so we'll like Sucker Punch, Slice, Defend, and Skewer for 2. Seems fine. I guess we could Malaise for 1 right now. He's already weak, though. Malaising for 1 seems like a mistake. It's actually fairly possible that if we just Distilled Chaos right now, we'd get an extra Dex proc. Because we're playing 3 cards, we have to hit 2 attacks, and 5 out of the 7 cards are attacks. I think I'm going to do it. It also, if it hits the defend, I'm pretty happy about that. Sweet. Strike, strike, defend is just about the best case scenario. Yeah, keep the strike to proc next turn. And I guess the deadly poison. We'll try to wheel the malaise around. Alright, we want to kill that torch head. We can just kill him with a strike. And I guess we can hold on to the neutralize. So we hold like neutralize defend for next turn. Okay, he's not attacking, which is nice of him. We can double dash neutralize for a proc and then bouncing claws. Seems like a great turn. He is buffing. Is that what he says when he summons dudes? He should have a question mark if he's summoning dudes. I think he's just actually buffing. Guess it doesn't matter. Okay, would love to have seen dash here. I guess I used dash last turn. Maybe that was a mistake. We can predator backstab to get it proc, and then dodge and roll survivor to block. Blocks for... because we're frail, so it's not entirely clear how much it blocks for. Survivor blocks for 8 normally. We have 5 decks, so it's up to 13. So if it goes up to 14, it does not cross a breakpoint, so it should block for 1 more. And then dodge and roll normally blocks for 6. We have 5 decks, so it's going up to 11. If we go up to 6, it goes up to 12 and does cross a breakpoint. So it actually wouldn't block for any more if we got 1 dex. If we take, let's see, 12 damage, then we get healed for 12. So if we take 12 damage, is the same as taking 0 damage. So could we block for 22 here? We can currently block for 9, 17, 26. It's hard to imagine that going down by 4. We can block for 20 if we do these after getting dex. Yeah, blocking for 20 and taking 2 net damage seems fine. So let's do that. And I guess I'll hold these 2. Okay, he is still attacking, trying to kill us or something. What a monster. Well, let's go ahead and weaken him, see what he's attacking for then. We can block for 30. We can actually block him out. Block for 39. Okay. I guess we slice Skewer to get a dex proc. Seems like we're killing him now. I'll hold the dash for double dash next turn. Oh, he's dead. Never mind, there's no next turn. Okay. Good health total. Alright, Nightmare, Bullet Time, or Adrenaline? Interesting. So Nightmare and Adrenaline are both kind of card draw. Nightmare is like, draw a card from your hand 3 times next turn. And Adrenaline is literal card draw. Bullet Time is good with card draw. We have some expensive stuff. I could see Bullet Time being good. Maybe if we got a second or third Predator, bullet time would be great, so we can like double Predator bullet time. Although, I guess bullet time works poorly with Necronomicon, because after we bullet time, Necronomicon doesn't trigger on anything. I guess it still triggers on Skewer. But a Skewer after we've spent 3 energy is not really the same thing. What is the best target for Nightmare? Dash? Malaise? We have well-laid plans, so Nightmare seems really good. Because you pretty much always want to line up Nightmare with like a specific card in your deck, and well-laid plans is really helpful for doing that. Maybe just Predator. Maybe we just take an Adrenaline. I don't really see the Nightmare combo. We don't have like apparitions or anything. Wraith form. I'm not sure this deck even wants a Wraith form. It's pretty unusual for a silent deck to not want Wraith form. Maybe we should take Adrenaline. Adrenaline just makes the things that the deck already does better. And like, we're in really good shape. We've already got 2 keys at the end of Act 2. We're doing a thing that's strong. Let's not mess it up. Okay, Hovering Kite gives us energy with no downside. We have 2 potions right now, both of which proc with Sacred Bark, so we can pick that. Or Coffee Dripper is also here. Coffee Dripper is a little bit weird because we already recalled. So normally I really like Coffee Dripper going into Act 3, because it's like, well, we need to use 1 campsite for recalling anyway, so we only have like 1 other campsite that we're going to have to take an upgrade at. But here we've already recalled, and we don't need upgrades that badly, so I think the rest option is pretty valuable. Hovering Kite's really good with the Sneaky Strike we didn't pick. And the, like, 2 dagger throws we didn't pick. But we don't have any of that stuff, so I don't think it's probably very good. I guess it's Sacred Bark. It does the most right now. It's probably going to do the most in Act 4. Unless we, like, pivot really hard to Hovering Kite synergy. Coffee Dripper is pretty good, though. Maybe we just don't care about resting. We also have meat on the bone, so, like, we really, really don't need to rest that much. Yeah, I'm just gonna take Coffee Dripper. We've got multiple X cards, so the most energy we can get is good. It is Time Lord. That's kind of what I was afraid of. Trying to play a bunch of cards per turn. We have to go this way, and we want to avoid the shop, so I guess we're starting here. Looks like probably 1 elite in the act, unless we're doing this one. Which, maybe we are doing this one. Question mark is pretty low threat, and then we get a fire afterwards. Whatever, we don't get to decide yet. Right. We could just kill the center one. Normally you want to kill the outside ones, but he's attacking for 9, and the other 2 aren't attacking. Okay. That one, huh? Okay. We could malaise the back one for 6. Or 5, rather. We're not in a elite combat, so. We can block for 18. With our defense. We could kill one. We could attack for 80 with Skewer. It's kind of overkill. If we hit him for 40, he dies. He's not really the big threat, though. I guess if we double defend, we hit him for 40. Is that enough? It's not. So I guess the line is defend, skewer him. Take 5 damage. Take 1 damage. Thanks, Tori. Yeah, that seems fine. Good malaise for 0. It's not very useful in the fight. Okay, well. Saves 1 health. Can we kill both? He is functionally at 13, so we'd have to Sucker Punch and neutralize him. And Dash does enough damage to kill him? Yes, we do have lethal. Okay. Neat. Okay. Upgraded Cloak and Dagger is quite good. It's so bad against Time Lord, though. Yeah, I think we need Cloak and Dagger. Acrobatics kinda does the thing. If we're gonna have 5 energy, Acrobatics helps us find stuff. I think I want... This is, like, what we want to find is Cloak and Dagger, though. We want 2 attacks and... Dex scaling block. It's 3 things in 1 card. So insane. An Orb Walker. Alright. We can't get another Dex proc, so maybe we just survive our way the Piercing Wail and hold the other 2. Okay. Alright, Sucker Punch does some blocking here. Let's get a Dex proc. And defend. Take a 7. Alright, let's see what Adrenaline wants to do. Hey, Skewer for 120. Escape Plan is excellent. Scales Dex, draws cards. It's not always going to block. We definitely have quite a few attacks for the kunai, but... Man, if the deck was just, like... Just Escape Plans and whatchamacallit, Cloak and Daggers, that'd be so cool. I'll take an Escape Plan. Seems great. Triple Jawworm, floor 37. Doesn't seem fair. I need some time to set up for this shit. Can we kill one? 15, 26, plus 18 is 44. Nope. Maybe let's go look for some backup. Okay, dash is good. Okay. I think I like keeping this strike just to make sure I can get a kunai proc next turn. Piercing Wail is great, so is Cloak and Dagger. I guess we want to block for a little bit more than that. Actually, this is fine. We take 1 currently. I'll just take the opportunity to malaise a little bit. And I guess we take 0. Wait, I talked a lot about how Meat on the Bone was going to help me survive hallway fights without taking damage, but then I'm actually just, like, literally surviving hallway fights without taking damage. Makes things a little easier. Doesn't matter, I can just skewer him to death. Okay. Alright, there's the Dagger Throw. Terror. Thanks for the follow. Battle Mercy V2. Whoa. Whoa, Battle Mercy. I'm gonna be honest. I've seen a lot of people do Battle Mercy stuff, and like as a person who I was a Hanzo main naturally. I was always just like, this is a terrible idea. Do not run directly towards me, shooting your stupid pistol. I will shoot you in the head every time. You know, maybe it works better if you're like fighting a Genji or something. I feel like Battle Mercy V2 describes Moira. They were like, what if we made a Mercy, but it was more fun to fight people? Stove food. Are you changing Vegetablebread to stove food? What do you mean? But also, good afternoon, Tar. Or I suppose I'm supposed to say good morning. This is morning where I am. Outmaneuver lets us do crazy energy stuff. We've already got 5 energy sometimes. Yeah. Huh. What? I have a tag that translated to Portuguese as stove food. You're gonna have to explain that more. What are you saying that like vegetable and bread are Portuguese words, or that the Portuguese words for vegetable and bread are stove and food? Translating bread to food seems like maliciously misleading, but I guess I could see that happening. I'm kind of interested in this terror. Bread is food, that's fair. If we took the terror and then we get like how much energy can we have? We get 5 normally in an elite fight, and we don't have any extra energy relics. Vegetable stove food. So if we get up to 5 energy... No, wait, we've got something that gives us energy, right? I guess adrenaline is the only thing. Yeah, we don't have like whatever that attack is that gives you energy. Anyway, if we get vulnerable and like a 6 energy skewer, we do like a damage cap. We do 180 damage. Which seems good. It seems like most of our damage is physical, so physical damage, Silent Dex, 1 to Terror. It'd be our 32nd card. Stove food. Oh man, do we pick Terror or skip it? It reduces the density of attacks in the deck. Yeah, I'm also interested in where you see your tags, Guitar. Are you watching on like a console or something? As a person who watches Twitch through a web browser, I feel like I never see the tags. That's true. Terror is useless with artifact charges. We have 2 piercing whales and quite a bit of poison with some malaises, so I think we're already planning on punching through artifact charges. Gives us an extra skill for escape plan on your phone. Huh. Battle Mercy, I do not doubt you. One second, I think I just ignore all the things in that little bar. I never even look at like who other people's, or what other people's tags are. I have to like force myself to look at it. I'm like, what are the best practices for tags? So I have to look at other people. It seems like other people have picked way fewer tags. Like people like only have the AMA tag or something. I'm like, what? Do you really have to upgrade Terror? I mean, it costs 0, but we have like 5 energy. Costing 1 is not a huge deal. Sorry, there's no actual because marbles command. I apologize for the clickbait. But you know, I forgot about it because marbles. That's what it is. You know, I still have, like, theoretically, in a Sublime text document somewhere, I have how many exercises are pending. But I, you know, haven't been doing it because nobody said anything about it. Hey, look at that! Now I'm doing it. Let's do some of these ones. Oh, nope, that hurts my shoulder. I don't want to do that. The whole coronavirus thing has been terrible for my exercise regimen. I've been falling way off. Yeah, I don't know. Is terror gonna make the difference in any fight? I think potentially yes. I don't know. It seems like our plan in the heart fight is to win via attrition, right? We're trying to malaise him for a bunch, and then by the time he recovers, we'll just have killed him. We're like getting a bunch of decks to block. We do some pretty good like chunky damage already with like when Predator and Skewer hit Necronomicon. But Terror would make it way more damage. I think we have to pick Terror. Fine. Okay. Regal Pillow. Very useful with the Coffee Dripper. One of the greatest combos known to mankind. Alright, let's double Predator first. See what he thinks about that. Okay, he thinks I'll curse you. I don't like that. Let's see if we get some block from that. We do. It seems like it would be a good combo. It seems like these like make your Spire climb much more comfortable. You get the comforts of home and a little place to rest your butt. But no. Like, Warp Tongues doesn't seem very comfortable. Like, Mercury Hourglass is just like keeping you up awake at night, ticking. Necronomicon is like tempting you into madness. Mango's nice. I like these relics. Regal Pillow, Coffee Dripper, Mango. These are the ones that make me feel nice. Ooh, meat on the bone too. Got a nice little meal going. Got some coffee. Sweet, savory, got it all, man. But then we got the hardcore relics like Kunai and Specimen, Slaver's Collar, for like murdering people and poisoning them, going insane. That's true. Yeah, I was trying to think of the analogy of like if you have a clock that you can see from where you're sleeping, it'll like drive you insane, right? For Mercury Hourglass, because presumably, like, actually, wait a minute. How long, fictionally, does a Slay the Spire run take? Does it take like days or like a week? Because you're going to campsites. I guess each campsite is one day. Is that the idea? So if you rest like 6 or 7 times if you go to 6 or 7 campsites over the course of the run, it's like a week-long climb. So it seems like you need like a backpack for all this stuff. I guess like most of the things are like little charms that hang off you or something. I don't understand. Just like, what? Why is there a mango in this game? The relics like fictionally make no sense, so anytime I start talking about them, I'm just like, wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, alright, we're gonna draw some cards and see what they are, so that we can decide what we want to do next. Okay, Malaising for 4 seems great. Let's do that. He's got a big multi-attack. I guess we could well-lay plans and then malaise and hold on to a backstab defend or something. Sure. Wait. You're saying each fight is a day? I don't know about that. That seems wrong. Okay, so what are we holding on to? I think a defend is wise. I think backstab is wise as well. This guy, what a jerk. Why is writhing his mass all over the place? Alright, we got him into a multi-attack. Yeah. But, like, that does not justify to me that it takes an entire day to climb a floor. I mean, clearly, the campfires indicate that, like, this is when you're resting, right? It seems very difficult to justify that, like, you take a rest every floor. But maybe it's true. I don't know. I don't really get to be the judge here. Probably want to punch him one more time to get a kunai proc. What do you think about that? That's a bad one. I don't like that one. Okay. Let's extend his weak then. Okay, that's fine. And let's get rid of this shiv. I don't want that. And now, see, now I feel like I want to strike him again, because I have all those proc kunai again. Are you trying to justify that the Slay the Spire characters don't need to sleep, Sir Ardville? I don't know why you're on that path. I could see defect maybe, but the other ones are clearly human. Somebody was trying to justify that they aren't humans, but I think I'm gonna chill on the kunai proc. Maybe I'll just hold a slice for next turn. And that feels a little bit like proccing kunai. Alright, I think double dash slice is probably happening. Crap. Okay. Yeah, they're humanoid, right? Yeah. That's what I mean, because their skin is like gray and blue and stuff, right? They're clearly not like, at the very least, they're not bog standard humans. This blocks out mostly, but I don't see any reason to not block out completely. Okay, show me what you got, Writhing Mass. All right, now our vulnerable has worn off. Hey, look, we got that terror upgrade. That's free. I think we have lethal now. Yeah, that's hella lethal. Right. 15 times 8? Yeah. Oh, wait. It worked differently with the Necronomicon than I expected. He got the armor from Malleable after the first one. So we could have missed, maybe. Flying Knee, that's the card I was trying to think of earlier. For the extra energy. A third backstep. I've been looking for a backflip for forever. Do I still want one? Our card draw is Escape Plan, Adrenaline, Predator, and that's it. Yeah, I mean, if I'd asked myself, do I think that he'll get the malleable armor after the first attack, I think the answer probably would have been yes, but I didn't think to ask myself that, so I thought malleable didn't matter, but it did. Maybe we don't need draw as much because we have Adrenaline, Predator, Escape Plan now. No, we still need draw. We have so much energy in like dex, scaling, and stuff. Backflip is great. Okay, it's Mega Elite time. I think we're untouched so far as Act 3 goes. Backstab, Cloak and Dagger kills one of them. They have Metallicize. I feel like enemies with Metallicize should get their armor on turn 1 as well as on future turns. It feels weird to me that they don't. I think we're going to finish with Well-Laid Plans Defend Deadly Poison. And we're going to hold Piercing Whale Backstab, so I guess I'm gonna get rid of this shiv. Oh, right. For the kunai proc. Yeah, of course. Okay. We pretty much want to be holding a Piercing Whale at all times in this fight. because we want to be ready for Reptimancer's multi-attack. Backstab kills you. You did 12 damage. Let's draw a card. Kill you too. And then I guess Bouncing Flash defend is okay. It's a little bit spooky to not be holding any defense, but we are holding a Piercing Wail, so it's probably fine. Alright, here's the multi-attack turn. So this is what we're holding the Piercing Wail for. Awkwardly, we can't Predator either of the daggers and still get a Necronomicon boost from it. Which is too bad. Let's draw some cards. I guess we'll just double Predator Reptimancer. Weaken her. And play the defend. So we're mostly blocked out. We're just going to take 1 damage, I believe. And I guess we play the last 3 cards, because why not? We don't have Corpse Explosion, but we do have Specimen, which feels pretty similar. I guess we kill this dagger, because we can. And we'll set him up for next turn, just in case. Oh, we took 2 because of the order. I thought he would attack first, but I was wrong. Is this lethal? That's 70 damage. I guess Terror makes it more. We need to kill this guy. Let's see what we can draw. Ooh, Malaise. Maybe we don't kill him. Maybe we just block out. We can, if we survive her, we block him out. So we could survive her and then Malaise her for 5. Yeah, okay. And then we hold, like, Terror Skewer? Seems fine. We were weak, so you have to add a multiplier of 0.75 in there as well. Wait, times 60? Where are you getting 60? We only had 5 energy. It's probably lethal now, so we get 80 damage from Skewer times 1.5. Wait, it's only 120. Where are you guys getting your... Yeah, what are you guys talking about? Yeah, it's 120. That's not lethal. You're off. So dash kills a dagger. That's probably what we're gonna do. Get some block from that. So we'll kill this dagger too. Block for next turn, set up the terror, and then it'll probably be lethal, right? Okay. Wait, does 110 damage? It's still not lethal, but it's close enough. She'll die next turn. Okay. I don't have any stacking relics, so we don't care about it. Playing extra cards or anything? No ink bottles. What does Akabeko do in the deck? If we do this skewer thing on turn 1, that's pretty neat. Although usually we're playing backstabs on turn 1. Leg sweep seems good. Is leg sweep good? We've got neutralize, Malaise for weak right now. So leg sweep would be our 3rd source. Yeah, I think there's probably not too many hallway fights left. I think there's like 1 or 2, but it's true, we could. Looks like we're going to fight this elite as well, since we managed to get through that, losing 3 health. I have to imagine Leg Sweep is good. We are getting really bloated, though, in terms of deck size. But Leg Sweep is so strong. Okay. Let's see. What do we get out of this? Panacea would be nice. Maybe Purity for statuses. Hand of Greed. We have Necronomo-kunai. Panache is okay. It's bad against Time Lord and Heart. I think we just go for 1. I don't think we're too interested. Hey, there's Panache. You don't have to look it up anymore. Also, why didn't it work? Yeah, that should work. Did you spell it wrong? No, you spelled it right. The bot is not working, and I do not know why. Apologies to everyone, depending on that bot for survival. So, I am a software engineer by trade. That's my thing. And it's very frustrating to me that, like, I have this bot and I depend on it, but I have absolutely zero input in, like, it working at all. Like, all I did to make the bot work is I just, like, went to some page and I clicked authorize. And now there's a bot somewhere in the chat. Just watching for people to type !card name. And I have absolutely no input in how it's, like, maintained or deployed or anything. It's just, they're off there somewhere, hopefully watching my chat. And when it doesn't work, I get basically no feedback as to why. So that's too bad. Yeah, Dark Shackles is good. We do have 2 copies of Piercing Wail. So we've got that effect already. But honestly, Dark Shackles is basically a Piercing Wail Plus, and if there was a Piercing Wail Plus here, I think I'd probably take it. We don't have any of the Synergy Relics for Deep Breath, so we probably don't want that. And I don't think Panache is quite strong enough to pick. We do probably trigger it pretty frequently. I think we trigger it, like, on average once a turn. But I think Dark Shackles is probably the pick. Alright, Nemesis. Speaking of turns in which Piercing Wail is really good. Looks like a double Predator turn. I guess we can double Skewer, which is like the dream, right? Do we have lethal? If we double Skewer, double Backstab, Fire Pot, we do 18 times 10, 12. 18 times 10 is 180 by itself. So it's almost certainly lethal. Wow, what an insane... Okay. Jeez. That didn't... Oh, only the first one gets Akabeko, so the second one only did 50 damage. That's interesting. And these do 22, so we are not getting lethal. Unless the Colorless Potion wants to intervene. Yeah, I think we're going to restart the fight. That was... Well, wait. Yeah, I'll restart the fight before looking at the Colorless Potion, because I don't want to decide based on what's in there. Okay, so now that we know that it's not lethal... Whoops. My initial thing was, like, we probably want to play Predator plus and Piercing Wail, so we get 9 cards next turn. And continue getting procs. So I think I'm going to revert back to that. Backstab to get the proc. We could leave a backstab in the deck. We could almost get another proc. If this Colorless Potion has an attack in it, we can get a second proc. No, they can't be punished for thinking it was lethal. I also thought it was lethal. I do admit that I was... oh wait, that includes yourself. Yeah, that's frustrating. I thought that was gonna work. But I was counting it totally wrong, too. I was like, so it's going to be 18 times 10, right? It's totally not true. And then I counted the backstabs as also doing 18 damage because I totally forgot how Akabeko works. If Akabeko worked the same way as Mutagens, where it just gives you 8 temporary strength on turn 1, it would be so different. I think I'm gonna... Well, no, I don't really value Colorless Potion that much. I think I'm just gonna burn it to try and get a Dex. And we got one. Cool. Right. Good thing we got that 2 Dex, because now we need to block for 40. I guess if we Malaise, he's gonna lose a bunch of his attack. Terror Plus always happens. I think we, like, triple defend Malaise for 2. Does that seem right? Yeah. Well, in some ways it would be worse if it gave you temporary strength on turn 1, because currently you can use Akabeko, you can like hold it until your first fight of the match, and your first fight can be like a Divinity mode Ragnarok, right? Which I've totally done, right? Like that's a that is a thing you can do right now, but you wouldn't be able to do that with or unless you can go into Divinity on turn 1, you wouldn't be able to do that with the hypothetical Akabeko. Although it's still totally possible that you could just like Blasphemy Ragnarok on turn 1. Let's draw first, see what we're getting. Alright, let's get a Dex. And we still don't have well-laid plans. Let's draw some cards. Probably going to double dash. Despite the fact that it doesn't do any damage. It blocks for 32. Cool. I'll keep Dark Shackles in the deck. We're about to shuffle. Seems like it's good to be there. There's the well-laid plans. Finally. I think we're going to go ahead and Bursting Whale this turn, just to block for 9. And I guess I hold both of these for a Dex proc next turn. No, it's a bunch of damage right now. I'll just take the damage. I guess technically you're supposed to hold on to Necronomo-Curse in case you prevent it from shuffling, but that was not. There was no reasonable way that was happening. This is lethal, right? Chat, help me out. Is this lethal? Oddly, Smoothstone seems excellent. That's what the deck is already doing. Not lethal. Sneaky Strike? No, right? No. We've talked about Sneaky Strike, and we've decided no. And since then it's gotten worse, because we've added a bunch of cards that don't discard anything. Alright, no Sneaky Strike. Bad. Outmaneuver is kind of fun. We've got well-laid plans and a bunch of X-cost stuff, so we can outmaneuver and set up for a massive Malaise or Skewer. It reduces the attack density of the deck, and doesn't seem like it adds a really compelling new dimension. And we have 35 cards in the deck, so I think we're going to skip it. We've started to experience the downside of having a 35-card deck, aka the well-laid plans was on the bottom in the last fight. We still got through it fine, but we have to be pretty wary of picking cards like Outmaneuver now. We pick a second Quick Slash. We've got a Backflip now, so I don't feel as desperate for card draw. But still, 35-card deck, so the density of card draw is pretty low. No, I don't think we need Quick Slash. Okay. A fish. Floor 43 ceramic fish. Duplication Pot and Necro do stack, although perhaps not in the way you would hope. It makes it so that you play the card 3 times. Both of these paths are a fight, a fire, and 2 question marks. So do we want the fire first or the fight first? If we take the fire, we're probably getting an upgrade since we've already recalled. Upgrade is probably going on Dark Shackles, maybe Adrenaline. Dodge and roll. Didn't I already upgrade dodge and roll? Why do I have an unupgraded dodge and roll? I guess I just got excited that Warp Tongs did it one time. Let's do the fire first. No, let's do the fight first, because maybe the fight, like, takes 40 health for some reason we need to rest. Okay, should be able to kill this Exploder. Turn 1. Jiminy, that's a lot of backstab damage. Oh yeah, that's true, we can't rest. Whoops. Does this kill him? 28, not quite. I guess we'll give him the big one. Waste 5 damage. Let's get a Dex and then draw some cards. Get some block. I guess we could malaise him. We probably want to malaise a Spiker. I'll malaise the stronger Spiker. With a 35 card deck in a relatively short fight, there's no reason to hold it. Oh, there's the Wildlife Pilots, okay. Skewer against Spiker seems really bad. I'll just hold all these. Cloak and Dagger Neutralize is a little bit too much damage, so we would have to punch a Spiker once. I think I'm willing to punch a Spiker once. Yeah, we could have skewered the Daze Guy, that's true, but we wouldn't have gotten any decks out of it. Okay. So that should be good enough to end the fight pretty soon. What in the world is that emote? Why is there a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle? What is in his mouth? What is happening? This turn is just a long series of pressing end turn away from being over, so I'm just going to start pressing end turn more aggressively here. They are not attacking, so I don't care. That guy's stacking. I block. Okay. Easy peasy. Well, in addition to not being able to rest, we also don't need to, because we didn't lose any health. There's an Outmaneuver plus. Flex Pot plus Akabiko plus Duplication Pot plus Necronomicon is making me see some stars here. That's a lot of stuff. If we get like the Terror upgraded on turn 1 and we get a Skewer, that's like 4,000 damage, I think. If I did the math right. I think Flex Pot's probably better than Fire Pot. Is that true? We certainly can make Flex Pot better than Fire Pot, but Fire Pot always does 20 damage. So if you're in an emergency and don't have any attacks, Fire Pot's better. Probably doesn't matter. Yeah, but see, the thing is, if I have a lot of zero cost attacks, then probably I'm fine, right? Probably we're like playing the zero cost attacks, generating some decks, blocking, and I don't really need a potion to improve that situation. Whereas the Fire Pot helps in a situation where I'm like, oh no, something's wrong. I am gonna pick the Outmaneuver plus. It's better than Outmaneuver minus. Don't judge me. Flex Spot is way better if we can find an artifact potion. But we already have a duplication potion that we're probably hoping to take to the heart. So I don't think getting an artifact potion is super reasonable. Okay, I guess we're smithing, because we have to. Adrenaline seems good. Terror's okay. Dark Shackles is good. Dodge and Roll is good. I think the top tier is like Adrenaline, Terror, and the next tier is like Predator, Dark Shackles, and then after that it's like Dodge and Roll, Dash, Backstab, other stuff. Time to get in the Forever box. Wow. Oh, you mean... yeah, that kind of Forever box. I gotcha. I think we're going to take Adrenaline. We're just going to lead into the energy thing. Unless something makes me not do that. Seems like fun. That's a very expensive red mask. I think I'm going to save this money for the Act 4 shop. We're not desperate for removing turn 1 artifact charges. No, thank you. I was trying to do the You Are Nothing achievement over the weekend, because there's actually a surprising number of achievements that I don't have. I did get the speedrun achievement, so I don't have to do speedruns on stream anymore. So I was trying to get the You Are Nothing achievement, and my path was I was trying to do Defect Infinite stuff on turn 1, and so I was looking for the Winding Halls achievement. And actually, like, irritatingly, had 2 Infinite decks. I took 2 Infinite decks all the way to Act 3, and then both times it was Time Lord. I was like, fuck. You can't get You Are Nothing against Time Lord. At least not with that deck. Maybe if you get like a, whatever, Divinity deck or like a Whirlwind thing, you could do it. But probably losing 4 max HP here. Madness is not really good in this deck, especially with the Necronomicon. We don't really need to heal, and Wraths are bad. I guess healing for 16 we do get full value out of. We go to 79. But I'll just lose 4 max HP. No big deal. They took a portion of my mango away. The Winding Hall. Alright, we got Adrenaline and Backflip going off this turn. Pretty exciting. Okay. We can Malaise for 6. Malaise is not really very good in this fight, but it does ensure that he's weak for forever. Although, we have Neutralize and Sucker Punch in hand, so he's already going to be weak for forever. I mean, I guess I might as well, right? Since I can already block out with the Backstabs and the Neutralize. Okay. Leg Sweep does some work. Man, this deck has quite a bit of block. I like it. Skewer blocks out. Maybe Escape Plan gets me well-laid plans? Nope. I guess I'll Cloak and Dagger anyway, just to get a Dex proc out of the Skewer. Alright, uh-oh. See, this is why you don't pick Outmaneuver. This is Outmaneuver being bad. Bad job, Outmaneuver. Messed up this time. This is probably just Fire Pot. See, this is why we picked Fire Pot. Flex Pot is useless this turn. Maybe I should try and manage how much damage I'm taking, because if I take exactly... If I go to, what is it, 38, and we heal for 12, and go back to 50. So we're taking 13 and going to 50 right now, so 50 is kind of our magic number. Oh, I did 55. Numbers, man, how do they work? Alright. Double Dash walks out. Other cards are here too. Save the Necronomicon so it doesn't get shuffled, and we don't have to use a card draw on it. Terror Double Predator should do most of the job for blocking out. I guess double dash does more damage, and this is the last turn, so we don't care about future turns. Cool. Okay. Well, Transit took some health, that's for sure. Ooh, second well-laid plans. In a 36-card deck, I think we need 2 copies of well-laid plans. Well-laid plans is pretty important, so I'll definitely grab one. And upgrade something. Backflip's got an incredible drawn played rate. Predator does a bunch more damage. Dash does more stuff. Honestly, I think Dash needs the upgrade. Dash with Necronomicon and Kunai is so nuts. I mean, Terror upgrade's fine. It just saves 1 energy. We have so much energy in this deck. But yeah, I'd say Terror is in the top 5 cards to upgrade here, but there's only 12 cards to upgrade here, so I'm not sure that it's number 1. Alright, what is the top 5? Predator, Dash, Terror, Dodge and Roll, Backflip, I think, is probably top 5. Maybe Dark Shackles. I think Backflip and Dark Shackles are probably out. It's going to be one of these 4. I think Terror and Dodge and Roll aren't as good as Dash and Predator. It's going to be one of these 2. I think Dash is probably better. Okay. Pretty weird taking a Dash plus on floor 49, but that's what we're doing. Alright. So we want to get a proc. It would be nice to play Skewer first to take advantage of the Ekbeko. So I guess we Piercing Wail, Skewer, Backflip, or Backstab. I'll go ahead and throw the Vulnerable Pod in there. Might as well. And that is what we call a good start. 184 damage turn 1. Take it. Let's try to get another Dex upgrade. Nope. Do we take 2 or spend another card? I think we take 2. Wait, is he already healing? No, he heals at 240. So we can't make him heal. Maybe we were supposed to duplication potion that spear. That was pretty nuts. Man, this outmaneuver, gosh, that was a mistake. I want you to be a defend. Why aren't you just a defend? Double Predator definitely splits him. No point to outmaneuver. Or no point to Balancing Flask. And I guess outmaneuver costs me a card next turn. We probably don't need 3 cards next turn, but we might. Oh, next turn we probably want to get a Kunai proc. So we need 3 cards for that. Okay. Alright, we want to take damage in this fight. We want to take 2 damage. If we can. We do not want to finish until we do 2 damage. Well-laid plans lets us set up Terror for the second phase, which is nice. But we can't play it without losing a Kunai proc. I think that just means we're losing the Kunai proc then. Because I can't not play well-laid plans, right? Okay. So then I guess it doesn't matter what we play, so we should play Escape Plan and try and draw Malaise. Oh. Okay. Sure. Holding on to Slice for sure, and Terror for sure. Seems like starting the second phase with a Deadly Poison is good, and I would just block. Maybe Sucker Punch instead of the something? Yeah, let's do Sucker Punch instead of Deadly Poison. Make sure we can get a Kunai proc. Alright, Dash is here to block. Terror is always happening. We need one more attack for Kunai, so I think that's going to be neutralized. And we get to hold 4 cards, so we should probably do that. I'm just not playing any of these. I think I'm going to drop the Adrenaline. Adrenaline is not very good in the Time Eater fight. You're right, we could have procced another Kunai last turn. I'm not sure why I didn't think of that. Well, let's proc one now. And then block with these 2. We want to take 2. We could backflip and take 1 now. Taking 1 is actually a pretty... oh, there's Malaise. It's actually pretty important, because we have Tori, so there's a pretty wide range where we can take exactly 1 damage. Are we okay at 9 on the clock? I think we're fine. Probably Malaise him next turn. Okay, so he's hitting for us for 21. I guess he'll hit for more than that after he buffs. Let's see, what's his base damage? Is it 8 times 3? It is 8 times 3. So he's currently at 10 times 3. And so if we proc him again, he goes up to 12 times 3. So he'd go down to 9 times 3. Wait, no, if he hits 12, he goes down by 4 to 8 times 3. How is that possible? Oh, right, so he's crossing a breakpoint. So he gains 2 strength, but 1 damage. Okay, so he's going to hit for 24. So we want to block for somewhere between 19 and 23 if possible. And double defend blocks for 24, which is too much. Oh, there we go. 22 for Cloak and Dagger defend. So we could Cloak and Dagger defend Malaise. Oh wait, no, Malaise fucks up the math. Okay. And what are we doing for the last thing? Yeah, Backstab and Shiv's removed from the deck. I think I'm happier to remove a Shiv than a Backstab. I guess Backstab gets some damage. Seems like that's somewhat important. We're definitely holding on to Malaise. That's probably happening next turn. Dark Shackles protects us. Predator seems good, and I guess defend. Alright, we're at 38. We're at the perfect health total for Meat on the Bone. So now we just kill him. We've Skewer for 15 times 10, which is 150, not quite enough. We can outmaneuver and then kill him next turn. Okay. Now we can hit him with the glorious million damage skewer. 20 times 15, 300 damage skewer. Pew pew pew. Almost killed him with the first one. Okay. Got ourselves an Awakened One fight. Surprise, surprise. Alright, so early objectives, we want to kill these cultists and get some decks. So let's get started on that. Is it worth saving a Piercing Whale? He does have multi-attacks. He's only hitting us for 1 right now. I think I'll save a Piercing Whale. by save, I mean leave in the deck. Not save for next turn. Speaking of multi-attacks, found one. Feels bad to play Well-Laid Plants right into his multi-attack, especially on a turn when we're not even otherwise blocking. But I don't see the alternative. We play all the cards. Deadly Poison wastes less damage than Strike. Okay, that hurt. Leg Sweep does most of the blocking. Cloak and Dagger probably kills this guy. Predator is here too. Does it kill him? Does 8 damage? Yes. No. It's off by 1. So we have to Predator him to death if we want to. Or Duke Pot the Cloak and Dagger, which seems kind of insane. Maybe we don't care if he's dead? Leg Sweep only blocks for 17, I think we care. Maybe we could skip Predator this turn? Well, then we're not getting a Kunai proc. What I was planning on doing was Predator, Cloak and Dagger, Leg Sweep. But maybe we skip Leg Sweep? No, Leg Sweep blocks for more than double defend. Although, does it? Reduces his damage by 5? No, 6. So it blocks for 23. But actually, double defend is going to block for 24 after these two. But blocking for 24 still means Cultist needs to die. So we have to Predator Cultist, there's no choice. Plus Kunai proc if you play Cloak and Dagger plus Predator, yeah. I just wish that I could double play Predator, but I can't. That's the problem. Okay, Malaise for a million is great here. Pretty sure that means he's going to be negative on strength when we split him. So if we Malaise for 6, he is still going to attack. We'd have to Dark Shackles to finish blocking him, but I think that's okay. Imagine if he was Dark Shackling, they still hit for 1 times 4 and we died there. Yikes. Are we holding on to Neutralize or playing it now? Maybe we were supposed to save Malaise for the second phase. No, we're going to have a million decks in the second phase, that's the plan. Okay, so if the plan is to have a million decks, we should probably save it Neutralize. He's wicked for 8 turns, but functionally forever. Okay. Do we save Terror for the second phase? I think we do. Let's see. I think we just Sucker Punch, Neutralize, and save the double dash for next turn. Do we play the second Well-Laid Plants? I think we do. I think we're going to have enough block from now on. Alright, double dash blocks. Actually, double dash is kind of a big resource. Maybe we don't need that. Yeah, we can block with smaller cards. Just defend Survivor, and then like Skewer Slice for Dex Proc. That's still a lot of damage. That's 120 damage. Maybe that's more than we want. Do we reduce it or increase it if we bounce like Flask? I'm not even sure. Whatever. He can eat 120 damage. How much dex are we aiming for in this fight? But as much as possible is infinite, because he regenerates 15 every turn, so we can just keep him on life support for as long as we want. And it turns out getting infinite block is not amazing stream content. Sometimes people get bored. Understandably. Yeah, I was thinking 10 would be enough. I think maybe 15 is what I'm going for. That was a slight misplay. I should have played the Cloak and Dagger before I shuffled. I didn't realize I was shuffling. Oops, not that one. Blocking for 71. Retaining 4 cards, so it'll never break. We have to double dash now to get a kunai proc, so that's fine. We also have the loudest cat in the world. I won an award for that recently. What's going on in your world, Coconut? She only comes downstairs when she wants to yell at me or eat food. These are the 2 purposes of the downstairs floor. Okay. Might have to spend a couple turns just blocking and waiting for him to regenerate. It seems like we do a little bit too much damage for him to stay alive. Yeah, we definitely can't, like, double Predator him, right? He would die. Double Predator Slice gets me a proc, gets him dead. Maybe 13's enough? Nah, I don't think so. Maybe it is enough. I don't know. It seems like we're blocking for an awful lot. Double Predator also helps set up by drawing me a nice hand. Wait, did we save Malaise? No, we didn't. So we want to set up an outmaneuver skewer thing for the second phase. So we're gonna wait for outmaneuver, skewer, and terror plus to be in hand before we split him. That's what we're waiting on now. Okay. So we have to keep the skewer now. And then I'll keep these for safety. Now we can Predator him. Only does 40 damage. Defend does walk out. I guess backflip to go back to those cards we're looking for. Maybe I keep Quick Slash instead of Slice now. There's the Terror. What else are we waiting for? Oh, we need to set up the energy. So we're looking for outmaneuver, and then we'll kill him on the same turn we outmaneuver. We can't get a strength proc this turn, so we'll just defend and turn. Oh, we need a terror. Can't hold Quick Slash anymore. So these 2 we're holding for the combo, these 2 for safety. Holding 2 cards for safety is a bit excessive, but you know what? Strike double shiv keeps him alive, so we can get a proc there. We are almost up to 15. Looks like we're gonna get there. Maybe we'll plan on splitting them with dash next turn. Okay, so now neutralize, double dash kills him, is that right? 26 plus 4, yeah. And then we can outmaneuver and set up for Terror Skewer. Is Terror Skewer going to be lethal? I don't think it's going to be lethal, but it's going to be a lot of damage. Alright. And then we'll hold leg sweep, so we'll have weak when he comes back. We could draw this defend with an escape plan. I guess just rotating the deck is probably good. Okay. So Terror's happening, and Skewer is going to be 15 times 16, which is very large. 15 times 15 is 225, is that right? So it'd be 240. Let me just calculate that really quick. I would hate to make a mistake. Yeah, it's 240. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I know 240 is not. So I guess we just double Predator him. And then block him out. And I guess I'll hold on to all 4 cards here. No, I'll strike him and then kill him next turn. Oh wait, no, we don't have the energy next turn. Darn it. I guess I still get 5 energy, so it'll be 15 times 10, 150. So I'll kill him with 150 at some point. I just need to get him down there. Oh, actually holding the Necronomo-Curse was wrong here, because I'm overdrawing the Necronomo-Curse in hand. Oh hey, we found that maneuver again. Okay, so we'll just kill him next turn. Easy peasy. Almost died to 3 damage here. 15 times 16 is still 240, so it's lethal. Okay. Cool. Well, we got absolutely beaten up in the first phase. So now we're really low. And we can't rest, so the climbing and act healing is nice, but in a bit of a tough spot here. Dark Shackles is still pretty good. The Dark Shackles upgrade is weird because it's such a big number change. It's almost like twice as good, but then most people don't have a multi-attack that hits for more than 9. Like, that doesn't really start happening until Act 4. Or Act 3 bosses, I guess. But it does happen for both the Heart Fight and the Elite Fight. So it's a pretty relevant upgrade. Predator gets a lot of play. Sure. I mean, the Maw only hits you for that much if you wait long enough. And after you're vulnerable, Writhing Mask can hit you for that much, but I have to upgrade something, right? It really doesn't matter what it is. I guess it'll be Dark Shackles, just in case. Okay, pretty good store here. Oh my god, Chemical Axe, what? And Tungsten Rod with Tori? Jesus Christ, what is this store? Whoa! We had Noxious Fumes too, which would have been nice. Imagine if this was like a catalyst. I had to choose like So Tungsten Rod is nuts versus the Heart. We don't really do the intangible thing though. We're mostly just like blocking out a ton. So if Tungsten Rod is doing anything, we're probably dying. I think it's just like Chemical X, Dupe Pot, card remove. Can we afford that? No. Man, we're only off by like 3 from being able to do that. Doesn't it nullify first phase Heart? No, it does if you weaken him. Or are you talking about the beat damage? Oh, sure. Yeah. But that means it's only blocking for what, 15, right? So. And in reality, probably a portion of that. I think the main value of Tungsten Rod in the Heart fight is that it protects you from beat damage, so you can like block a bunch of instances of beat damage with Tungsten Rod and then do your block. Hey, he says last chance to buy something. Huh. He knows we're in Act 4. So Tungsten Rod's great, but Chemical X is nuts, right? So if we get Chemical X and we draw like Skewer on turn 1, we can literally like one-shot a Spire Spear, I think. How much energy do we have on turn 1? 5? So 5 energy, but then it hits for 7, so it ends up being 17 times, what is it, 18 for the first one? Yeah, so 17 times 18 for the first one, and then 17, or no, sorry, wait, where did I get 17? What? So we start with 5. Yeah, what's 17 come from? So okay, we skewer for 7, right? So the first one hits for 7 times 18, the second one hits for 7 times 10. 7 times 10 is 70, 7 times 18 is 70 plus 56, which is 126, so it's 196, so it is lethal on Spire Spear immediately. So we got Chemical X. Plus we have Malaise. Alright, we're doing it. Okay. Dodge and roll, expertise, Predator, second Predator. Predator seems pretty dope. I think I will take a second Predator. Help me draw those well-laid plans. Okay, seems like we've got a pretty good setup here. 2 Dupe Pots. Why is he only hitting for 6 times 2? Doesn't he hit for 10 times 2? Is that later? Am I confused? We do have the Skewer, so we can do the thing. Do we dodge and roll before we Skewer? Block for 7? Let's see, how much does Spire Shield hit for here? If we weren't surrounded. He hits for, let's see, this is Bash, so he's hitting for 14. So if we turn around and dodge and roll, he hits us for 7, which is just above Tori's threshold, unfortunately. But it still blocks for 7. If we dodge and roll, does Skewer still kill Spire Spear? I think probably with the backstabs. So backstabs hit for 10, right? Or 11, okay. So hit for, so there's 22 sort of backup damage there. Skewer is going to hit for, I'm pulling up the calculator. So we're going to hit for 6 times 18, and then, which is 108, and then Oops. Not very good at calculators. And then another 10 times 6, which is 60. So it's 168, so it would be Skewer and Backstab would kill him. That seems fine. And we'll go ahead and backstab for the I guess we already got a kunai proc. Malaise removes his artifact charges, which is sort of valuable. Alright, hopefully that's the only damage we took in the elite fight. Let's find out. That's a kunai proc. Let's see if we can draw another card. Ooh, double predator. Don't mind if I do. Double dash does most of the blocking. Neutralize weakens him. Then I guess we'll just do a bunch of poison. Taking 2 defense seems wise. Okay. Safety cards. He's dead to poison the next turn. Just gotta survive this one. And we can do so easily. Okay. Pretty good Spire elite fight. Looks like we're in good shape here. Horncleat, excellent against Heart. Caltrops is also quite a hard card. I said I would take a calculated gamble earlier. I wasn't thinking exactly about the heart when I said that. Boy, 40 card deck, that's pretty intimidating. Maybe I just take an escape plan? Get some more card draw. Escape plan seems pretty busted in the deck. It seems like the deck's just coming pretty reliably with the well-laid plans, so I think we just need some more ways to pay that off in card draw. So I'll just take the escape plan over the Caltrops. Okay, here we go. The final fight. We can get a Dex proc. Doesn't look like we can get a big old Chemical X Akabeko start here. We could theoretically just not play an attack and just Bouncing Flask and pass, but I think that's unwise. I think I would like to get 2 procs this turn if possible. Ooh, Dark Shackles would have been better next turn. Do we dupe pot to get an extra proc here? We could dupe pot on the neutralized, keep him weak for a long time. We could dupe pot on the Bouncing Flask. No, I'm not restarting. I can't restart just to go find Dark Shackles. Second turn. That's cheating. It seems like dupe pot Bouncing Flask is probably about the best thing dupe pot's gonna do. So I guess we're only getting 1 proc this turn. And the damage against him is not as valuable as my health, so I'm going to pass on these ones. Unless we want to dupe pot the other backstab. It seems unwise. But not tremendously unwise. I think it's worth considering, but I think it's probably not worth doing. Because the dupe pot has some really good targets. Like Skewer and Malaise. So. Alright, it is multi-attack first. There's a well-laid plans. Let's see what the escape plans want to do. Okay, they want to get me a proc, that's fine. There's an argument to hold the outmaneuver, but there's also an argument to just play the outmaneuver. If I hold it, am I ever like actually playing it next next turn? Yeah, I think I'll hold it. I don't know that I need it yet. It cost me 2 health, so. Okay, taking 14. Uh-oh. We might need to deep pot a defend here. We do survive with the 2. Oh wait, no we don't. Wait, do we even survive with 3? Uh-oh. We block for 24, take 6 speed damage, blocking for a net 18. Yep, we're dead. Damn. What the hell, heart fight? I guess we were supposed to take 0 damage last turn and not get a dex proc. No, okay. That rewind is cheating. Yeah, there's just no way to do it, right? Because we could duplication potion a strike to get an extra deck kunai trigger, but that blocks for less than just defending. No, so Battle Mercy, almost every fight in the game, like almost no matter how far behind you are, you can like, if you like cheat yourself into a frozen eye, you can find a way to win, right? Because you can predict exactly what they're gonna do on exactly what turns, but you don't actually learn anything about anything when you do that. You just find the path through that individual fight. Maybe I miscounted. Nope. Maybe we have a secret lizard tail that I don't know about. Nope. Crap. If we had taken the tungsten rod instead of the chemical X, we would have survived that fight better. Although the chemical X paid off huge in the elite fight, so it's hard to second guess that. Pretty interesting deck. I always do this with kunai. As soon as I see kunai, I'm like, all right, new plan, like hard rate. Let's do kunai stuff, and it's usually correct. I think it was correct here. And we got a lot of kunai procs. It's too slow against the heart. It's really tough to win specifically the heart fight with kunai decks. You can definitely do it. I've done it, but not this time. Kind of some weird elements in here. The Bouncing Flask and Deadly Poison, like, they were really early pickups. Our Bouncing Flask was floor 1. And then, like, after the Skewer and the Dash, we picked a Deadly Poison. This was pretty suspicious. I don't know if that's necessarily right. Let's look at what the other options were on that floor. What were we supposed to do there? Oh, we bought it. Huh. Interesting. I guess we were doing a 3 elite route, and I wanted to make sure I had enough damage. It was useful, the Deadly Poison, but it didn't end up being part of the end game combo. Bouncing Flask seems fine there. Maybe if we'd taken the Sneaky Strike, would have paid off better with the Necronomicon. That's a terrible justification, though. Skewer was amazing. Path to Terror. Considered the Envenom, because I had the Skewer already. No After Image. Yeah, kinda. I mean, Afterimage we don't really need with kunai. We had quite a few ways to get decks. Honestly, like, just backstabs are so bad against the heart. Just like, it's not what you want to be doing against the heart. It's like, I know what I'll do. I'll sneak up to him and just stab him. Nope. You want to be setting up your powers and stuff on turn 1. Like, the heart, the biggest weakness of the heart is that, like, on turn 1 you can just play demon form and he, like, won't kill you. So he just, like, gives you turn 1 off, and, like, having 2 backstabs in the deck means we kind of wasted that turn. Although we do get a dex out of it. But, like, getting a dex out of it is, like, that's neat, but, like, it's not powerful enough to really turn that fight. You need to get so much dex. You need to get, like, 6 dex before you can actually, like, block what the heart's doing. Upgrading Skewer makes a lot of sense. Getting 3 elites, I think, was a good route in Act 1. We skipped a Blade Dance here, and I said, like, maybe we'll get another one, and we didn't ever. That Blade Dance would have been really nice. Really wish I'd picked up that, but there was no way for me to know, and Blade Dance is usually bad. But then, like, immediately picked up a kunai 2 floors later. That was unfortunate. But then we were on the kunai plan from floor 10 on. Picked up our first backstab right after that. Let's see. Slice is a little bit suspicious. Pass up a terror for that. Quick Slash even could have been good. I didn't really know I was going to be a 5 energy deck, though. Quick Slash seems bad until you're a 5 energy deck. We bought a backstab. So yeah, we picked up 2 backstabs really quickly here. Floor 10 and floor 13. The Deadly Poison really did help against Hexaghost, too. We got Hexaghost pretty easily. Yeah, this Necronomo-kunai was so huge. And the Ancient Writing, too. That really saved us a lot of health in hallway fights. I think the Sucker Punch plus was maybe not correct. I think probably the correct here was skip. We took a dodge and roll. Dodge and roll seems good. Deflect could have been nice. We never... So deflect is good if you get, like, a bunch of backflips, right? We never really found the backflip. And I think the reason why I didn't pick the deflect is because I didn't have any backflips, and that turned out to be correct. I mean, also part of the problem with this deck is we just had 39 cards. That's just so much. It's not wrong to pick a big deck if you have some curses, right? Because then the curse density is really low. And I never felt like the big deck was like a big problem. Because we ended up finding a second well-laid plan, so those were pretty consistently available. We had some card draw, so we could mitigate that to some extent. Was picking up the Warp Tongues correct? Because we could have removed like a strike here. It's true. We only overdrew like once in the entire run though with the double predator, double well-laid plans thing. Although I did keep that Necronomic curse one time. I don't know if the Warp Tongues thing was correct. That was a big decision for the run. We could have just upgraded something though. We could have just upgraded like Malaise then. We really ended up getting almost all the cards upgraded. I guess at the time I didn't know that I was going to get Coffee Dripper. And like be forced to do a bunch of upgrades at rest sites. So gotta give it a bit of a pass. We must have why doesn't it tell you that you took the Sapphire Key here? It should tell you what the relic was and why you didn't take it. Pain, well-laid plans. Skipped Flechettes and Sucker Punch. That seems right. I remember recalling on floor 32. That's so cheesy. Should we have picked the Nightmare? What would Nightmare have meant for the deck? I think we were right to not pick Nightmare, but it would have been... could have been crazy. Could have had like a lot of skewers going on, basically. Nightmare is really good with well-laid plans, and I already had the well-laid plans plus there. Cloak and Dagger plus was great. Makes up for never getting the Blade Dance a little bit. I'm not sure about all the escape plans. Terror seems good at that point. We've thought about that quite a bit. Regal Pillow was so bad. What did we skip for the Sapphire Key? I don't remember. But almost certainly we should have taken it on the Regal Pillow instead, because that was completely useless. I don't remember what it was. Backflip was great. No questions there. Hakabeko was pretty good. Took a leg sweep plus, hard to doubt that. Maybe we could have gone deeper in the Sensory Stone event. I'm not really sure why I didn't look more. I don't know what I would have found, but like Master Strategy, Secret Technique, Secret Weapon, all would have been really good stuff. We needed some tutoring for such a large deck. Probably should have gone in for a 3 for the Sensory Stone. Although I was a little bit worried about my health. But we would have just bounced back. You know, we would have gone down by like 3 health intentionally to trigger Meat on the Bone. So I should have gone deeper here. That's a mistake. Skipping a Quick Slash seems fine. Ceramic Fish, another totally useless relic. I guess we did use the money at the merchant eventually, but we did take the outmaneuver plus. This was definitely a mistake. I was saying at the time this seemed like a mistake, and it did help us cheese out the Awakened one. But we didn't need to cheese the Awakened one. By the time the Awakened one went into phase 2, we had 15 decks and 2 copies of Well-Laid Plans out, so we were never taking damage in that fight. The fact that we got to end it a little bit sooner with an outmaneuver plus was totally a waste of time. And the outmaneuver plus like got drawn at all kinds of inopportune times. It's exactly the wrong thing to do. But I told people not to judge me, so I guess that should apply to future me as well. It was fun. I will admit that it's fun. Red Mask, that was bad. I'm glad I didn't take that. Got a second Well-Laid Plans. That seems like a great idea with all the cards in the deck. Got pretty beaten up against Awakened one, and it's because of the stupid outmaneuver. Like we had a gap turn where we like didn't get any block because we picked that outmaneuver, and that directly translated to this like 47 damage we took. Didn't end up costing us the run, but could have. I didn't know that this shows you as healing on floor 52. That's wacky. I like this shop. We could have done it a different way. There was a Tungsten Rod there. Tungsten Rod's quite good, but the Chemical X paid off huge, so I don't think that was wrong. And the Predator was nice too. We wouldn't have gotten the Predator if we'd bought the Tungsten Rod. Spire Elites went well, and then the Heart killed us. Yeah, not too bad. I think it went well. It's, you know, there's a Kunai deck that didn't quite get going fast enough for the Heart.